golf go? Lost it. Are you gonna be streaming as well?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm using I'm currently using this program. I'm probably currently using Restream.io to stream this, and it's working out very well.
Sweet. Yeah, I've noticed you've been using Restream. I'm glad to hear it's going well.
Alright, just let's see here, and okay, good.
Oh, and apparently the pirate...
Hello, Del.
Yes, we now have Pirate Cove to choose from.
I played the pirate map yesterday with some coworkers, and it's a pretty fun map. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cat!
What is the cat trying to do?
He lost the dart out from under the door, and now he's clawing at the door to try to get the dart back.
He won't.
Oh, the poor kitty playing with darts.
Dakuda, no more shooting darts so cats can get them.
Okay. That's good.
I got a couple new hats, but I'm not sure which ones I want to wear.
Okay. All right.
I got mine picked.
All right, there we
I'm
go.
gonna
You shouldn't say you hate life. It's not very nice.
stop the clock here.
Anyway, welcome to golf,
I'm
people.
actually going to get the room set up now. Okay, so what did I say?
Sweet.
Here, name.
TARDIS.
I think you said it was going to be TARDIS, and yeah.
It's just what I did last time. I just haven't changed it.
Too lazy to change it.
All right, create room. All right, room is created. So I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna give people 3 minutes to join. So 3 minutes to get your booty in the game.
I will say one of my favorite parts about this game is looking at the names of the lobbies as you're like trying to like find one or make one yourself.
Yeah, I usually run into some pretty interesting ones.
Like for instance, did you know that TARDIS is right under Daddy Butt?
Oh, that's interesting. Alright.
Alright, I'm in there. I should be in.
I have been invited.
Hello, Carter. Good to see you again.
How about that?
Huh.
A lot of blue today.
I'm not seeing you in here, Paul.
I see you and Leah.
I see you. I see
Okay,
you.
there we go.
He's my clone.
Robert, hey dude, what's
I was
up?
like, why can't I invite you to the game? Oh, it's because you're
Life does
already
indeed try
here.
its
The
hardest.
same color.
All right, 2 minutes, and we shall get to golfing.
Yeah, boy.
I get a kick out of you, Paul. Every time I mention golf, did someone
The Savage
say
Stingy, what's up?
golf?
How could you not love golf?
Yeah, golf is great.
Oh, I love
Especially when you make the right swing and you get angry when it like goes 3 meters down the fairway in which the direction you didn't want to go to. Though I've never really played like a legitimate game of golf, but my father took me to the driving range every now and then. I had a lot of fun.
I've never played a legitimate game of golf either.
No, we've only done the putt-putt golf.
There was this
Not
one
at all.
There was
Not
this
at
one
all.
summer. Oh, Nazada?
Get him in here.
Well, he wasn't going to be home till 10 o'clock, so I figured we'll play one round of golf without him.
Oh, okay. I mean, there was this one, the one summer that like all the cicadas came out. My father and I went to the driving range, and I got a little dehydrated, and I was using a iron for driving, and I took a swing, and next thing you know, when I turn around, the 9-iron is like in the air behind me, and it almost landed on a roof of like a nearby shelter. I was too dehydrated to look at the golf club, scared as it's flying in the air, anticipating whether or not I was going to get stuck on that roof. Thankfully, it bounced right off.
Alright, we're being told 3 minutes.
Arrow the Lycanroc in my chat says, I'm excited that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out tomorrow. I picked Ultra Sun.
Yeah, that is exciting.
I yeah, that's right. It does
new
come out
retro
tomorrow.
Pokemon game coming out. So lots
I
of
would like
exciting
to.
things happening.
I would like to buy it, but the last time I kind of bought, well, the last time I bought like a 2DS for Pokemon Y, I didn't like it, and I ended up selling it to a nearby friend. So
I gotta
I
admit,
might be willing to try that again.
I did buy Sun, and I really appreciated the cultural differences much more than what X and Y provided. They had a completely new way of doing, like, say, the gym system and everything, and of course it's very tropics, Hawaiian based, and it was quite fun, really. I enjoyed the story of it, and I enjoyed
Hello,
the
Slippy.
differences quite a bit.
I will say one aspect, well, I haven't played it, but one aspect that I seem to enjoy was the fact that there were, like, Aloha variations of Pokemon, because, like, while certainly animals are going, excuse me, I'm trying to find the right words for it. Certain animals are going to be the same species, but there's going to be, like, different variations of those animals. So, and I kind of like that Pokemon is kind of, like, taking that on in terms of, like, Aloha, like, they're, like, Aloha forms and everything of that nature.
Adapting to their environment, yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like for the longest time they had run out of ideas of things to do, and you know, maybe it's a matter of my preferences, but it just, to me, that's how it looked, that's how it felt. And with Pokemon Sun, what you know, I was mentioning the cultural differences, and you were talking about the variations. It really is a refreshing take on it.
A lot of people felt that way with Black and White, but I honestly felt that way with X and Y a lot more, because while I like the concept of Mega Evolutions, I felt that the way they kind of handled them were a bit too fan servicey in a sense, because I found it incredibly weird that the Gen 1 stars got Mega Evolutions, but the Gen 6 starters didn't, and that kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. Or maybe they, yeah, it's especially how Blaziken got one too. I didn't like how fan servicey it was.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things, and you know, I guess it's the same with the Pokemon who got different variations. Obviously, they can't program it into all of them. They had to pick and choose. But yeah, I would say they went with the more popular.
Well, I can
Which makes
understand
sense.
why.
I don't know. I just felt like if you're making a new generation, the new generation Pokemon, especially the starters, should be the front runners, not the Gen 1 starters. And that's how I kind of felt that they took a back seat. And especially when you look at how they treated Mega Charizard by giving him 2 completely different Mega Evolutions per game. And I really didn't like how they introduced the Mega Evolution system.
I gotta say though, I was not a big fan of the starters in X and Y.
I will say, I will admit, X and Y does have my least favorite starter set. I will say that much. I'm sad that Flygon didn't get a Mega Evolution house set. Flygon definitely should have gotten a Mega Evolution.
I really do like Flygon. He was one of my main ones quite a while back, and what was it? I guess
Hello?
Sapphire?
Hello.
Hello!
Is that Nazada?
Try to play golf without me.
We're talking about Pokemon because we're nerdy people and we like being nerdy people.
Hey, Pokemon's cool.
Yeah. No, we just did a is it Caboodle? Is that what it was called? What was it called?
Kahoot.
Kahoot. We did
Kahoot.
some Kahoot quizzes, and one of them was a Pokemon quiz that got us on the topic of Pokemon.
Okay. I missed that on the drive home from work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I was watching the stream from work, but I couldn't engage in the chat because work.
Because work. Yeah.
Because work.
All right. So are you?
Welcome, Joseph. How you doing?
I'm booting up golf right now.
Booting up. Okay. Good. We're trying out the new Pirate Cove map. Ooh.
Hello, Foxfire. Good to see you again.
So new and interesting.
So new, much WoW, much pirate, much R.
And you have a pirate gingerbread man.
I don't know.
Probably
That meme has been on my mind a lot lately.
What, Doge? Seriously?
Yeah, because I've been watching. For some reason, I've been watching Shiba Inu videos on YouTube. I don't know.
Okay,
why.
well, yeah, that makes sense.
One of my friends has a Shiba Inu. They're
Yeah.
so dang adorable, but he didn't realize that Shibas scream. And, you know, his was still a puppy, they were still training it, and they had it in its crate, it was nighttime, it was time for it to go to sleep, but he didn't quite agree with this, and so actually no, he said it was in the dead of night. It woke up and it just started screaming because it wanted out of its crate. And he said it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, and they're in an apartment complex.
We don't talk about that, Robert.
Yeah, that was
We don't
his
talk about that.
introduction to screaming Shibas, and if nobody knew that Shibas scream, YouTube it.
Yeah, they do. They scream.
I also did not know they scream.
They do. YouTube it when we're done.
It's horrendous.
All right.
Trust me, I know. Like Shiba Inus and Huskies are screamers.
Oh yeah. I can only imagine, you know, this poor guy and his wife just in the dead of night, their dog screaming.
One of the viewers on my stream would like to play with us, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
The more the
All right.
merrier.
More the merrier.
I'll post it in the chat.
It's
Yeah.
very interesting with Huskies being so vocal, though. Back at my father's place, I have a Husky Chow mix, and she is one of the most quiet dogs I've ever had. And it turns out that's a trait of the mixed breed, which is known as a Chusky. They're very, very quiet, whereas a Husky is extremely vocal.
Yeah, Huskies are very, very, very vocal dogs.
My brother has a mix between a husky and a border collie, and she's pretty quiet, but only when like the only time she's vocal is when she like really wants you to go outside and play with her and like throw the ball around, because that border collie half is like they love to play with balls.
Oh, wow.
I think the
Have
only
you
time
ever seen a Husky Corgi mix?
I
That
have,
oof.
They're basically Husky puppies, and they look like that for their whole lives.
I have seen them. They're
I would like
adorable.
I would like a big dog. I want a dog that you can ride into battle with. Like that's just weird for me. Like I want.
Suddenly I'm
Great
seeing
Dane.
Thor going. Suddenly I'm seeing Thor and I need a horse.
I need a
I want
horse.
I want a dog my kids can ride like a horse.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, there we go.
Goss,
The
are you in
update just
game yet?
finished now.
Oh, yeah,
I
update.
had,
okay.
yeah, I had to take a minute to download the update, but the game is launching now.
That explains. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
So
I think the Shiba Inu has become like one of my favorite dog breeds.
Oh, they're such adorable dogs.
but you got to be careful with them because they're super independent and they're like they will take over the house if you're not stern with them.
Yep,
Have you
I know
ever
that.
seen a Borzoi breed?
Oh, a what?
Here, let me type it into the chat because
And I'm in the game, by the way. I just need an invite.
Invite? Okay.
have you ever seen a Borzoi dog? There we go.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Mrs. Sophrenic, I would like to, but I kind of this room is kind of limited to like people that did the charity stream.
Yeah, I assume that's the one with the 3 characters that I can't see.
But I kind of don't want to like overextend like boundaries or potential
They're a
boundaries
Russian
by
and they're very
you know,
strange
by
dogs, but they're really pretty.
how do I word
Really
this?
big, slender faces.
By getting people in on the chat. So like if you want to play the game with us, you can. It's just that I don't know if
Ooh, I like the look of this.
if they're comfortable
Yeah,
with like
sounds
adding another
exciting.
person to
I'm looking for the
the
gingerbread
comm
man.
chat.
Like, where's the gingerbread man this time?
Oh dear, that is loud.
All the hats.
I have no hats.
Ah, I went too far.
I am the only one who I think here who has no hat.
Oh my god.
You missed the memo? Hats are all the rage.
I know. I've known that since Team Fortress 2. Believe me.
I was never really big about.
Okay.
No, I am the best. I am the special unicorn.
The special unicorn. Well,
Also, I forgot how bad I am at this game without like jumps and shapes.
There we go. I'm in.
Yeah, I just did this with base settings just because it's a new map.
Oh
Look
dear
like an
God.
upside-down ice cream cone.
he
That's
does.
it. I do.
I think I need to adjust my graphics settings.
Wait, hold. Everyone, hold still. Look at the shape that we. Never mind.
Oh, that is a weird shape. I love the duck sitting on the nest.
Oh no no no!
Ah,
Ah, shoot.
not go fast enough there.
Yeah, don't go too far either, because you'll fall right off like I did.
Oh, that was a birdie. Yeah. I got lucky with that one.
No. Ah. Too much
Oh
power.
man. Oh, this isn't evil.
This course is kind of hard.
I like that though. I appreciate that they're getting harder and harder.
The design of this course kind of reminds me of Hat in Time. Reminds me, the art style looks similar to like what you see in Mafia Town.
Ah. Man,
This-
you have to find that
That
perfect
sweet
beam.
spot.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's more the angle of your shot.
It kind of reminds me if like Wind Waker had a pirate carnival.
Yeah, I'm also getting a Wind Waker vibe from this as well.
Kind of like a Wind Waker One Piece-ish kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yes, very much. I finally made it.
Me too. Yay.
Yay, I got it in 2 shots.
I got more points than
I
you
hate
guys.
you.
That means I'm winning, right?
Hey, I'm winning.
What was I gonna ask?
That's the first time that's ever happened in this game. I'm winning.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Ooh, this one. Let me see if I can just make it. Oh no, this curse is mean.
Yes, this course is
Stop, please, stop, please, no.
Hey, I actually did okay.
nice.
And yeehaw.
No one saw that.
Okay.
Birdie.
No,
Shoot.
please, no. Oh my.
Oh yes.
No.
Oh yes. In you go.
Unicorn
In
has
you
been
go.
defeated.
Bogey.
What's the par for this hole?
Let's see.
I don't know, but I got a bogey.
4.
Wow. Okay.
So who's the Japanese guy?
I do not know.
I believe that's the guy who wanted to join.
Probably.
Yeah, he's definitely the one from your.
Foxfire says Pirates of the Caribbean should be playing.
Pirates of the Caribbean would be rather appropriate.
I'm Pop. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I don't think Collision's on.
That's the closest you're gonna get, unfortunately. Because copyright.
Oh, fish.
Fish that have shark fins. How appropriate.
Oh yeah, did I ever tell you that when I did a I think you guys saw that I did this, but for like one of my
Oh yeah.
for like my 500 special stream, I streamed like this meme version of Mario 64, and one of the power-ups had like the Pirates of the Caribbean theme, but like in like a Mario 64 kind of fashion, and my video got copyright claimed because of that.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a copyright claim because of that.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
See,
remixes.
Disney
Well,
is serious.
Oh, it's not just Disney. Nintendo's bad about that too.
Yeah, Nintendo's really bad. I've
Well,
always been really careful. with
Nintendo really bad, but they're not as bad as Disney. Disney's
Yeah,
Come on,
Disney's.
come on.
I think like another thing that happened.
I've always
Oops, sorry.
been really careful to avoid copyright, but I suppose I could lessen up on that now that I'm on Twitch. But at the same time, it's just like I feel like it's only a matter of time before that catches up.
Like if it's the actual song, I can understand, but like if it's like a
it's a remix,
remade,
like
Oh yeah, I also sang the Mona Pizza song from WarioWare, and I think I got copyright claimed from that.
Even if it's a remix, somebody did write that. And
Oh, crap.
Somebody does own the rights to that, even if it's not the major studio.
True.
That is true.
But you know, that's just me as a content creator.
But I'm wondering why that can't go under something like, oh, this is like, or falls under the category of parody. So it's not exactly, well, sure, it's not a literal parody, but in the sense that it's a recreated work to try to like, you see what I'm getting at, right?
Maybe I'm just in the mind, like I'm a creator as well, and maybe I'm just in the mindset of just being, you know, very lenient with, you know, who wants to use my stuff. Like, I mean, heck, I have like a After Effects animation that I put like 3 hours of work into, and I was just like, hey, I really like this. It came out really good, and I just put it on YouTube and in the description.
Hey, Robbie.
Hey, use it however you want. I don't care.
Yeah, but you are the creator giving that information. As far as music goes, like if you're doing a remix or a cover,
Hey, Dazzling Shell.
that somebody else wrote or somebody else owns, you do have to pay licensing fees for that. If
Oh no, yeah, I know.
if you are going to profit from it.
This is true.
Now you own the performance of that piece, but not the composition.
Oh, come on, really?
I'm doing well, Robbie. How about you?
There it goes.
I'm still winning.
I'm right behind you.
Sorry.
I totally don't remember where the hole is on this one. I'm just gonna go up here. Oh no! Oh no! Please! I have a family.
That is
Okay, I got a birdie.
Come on.
Oh, you got a birdie too.
Yes, birdie. Yes, absolutely.
What's par on this hole?
I believe it was 3.
I think it's 4.
Really?
No,
it's 3.
I think you're right.
It's 3 because birdie is 1 under par.
Yeah, birdie's 1 under. For some reason, I thought it was 2 under.
Oh, that's eagle, and then 3 under is albatross.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
What
ever gets
the-
an albatross.
Whoa!
Whoa, what?
What did you do?
What?
You've got to ricochet hard enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of ricochet, that kind of reminded me of something. Anyone ever watch the show Mucha Lucha?
I have actually. I remember that.
It was kind of a guilty pleasure.
A friend of mine watched it a long time ago, so I barely remember from being in the same room while she was watching it.
What's that about? Because I've heard it, but it's not recalling.
It was about these it was about these masked wrestlers called luchador, or about these masked student luchadores, and they have like these weird powers to transform into like whatever they like name their move to be, and it was pretty amusing, but for some reason, kind of it felt it was like kind of a guilty pleasure when I was younger.
I do remember that. Wasn't that like a Cartoon Network cartoon?
Yeah,
It was on I believe it was on 4Kids or Kids WB, but then it moved to Cartoon Network.
I remember
I
the
do
Flea.
remember
That's
it.
all I remember about it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any cartoon guilty pleasures growing up?
I know I did. I just gotta remember.
I can name you a huge one, but I'll wait till you guys go.
I'm gonna think for a minute.
You know, when we were really young, it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, Sonic X was a guilty pleasure. All right, Sonic X or Sonic X or like the OG Sonic.
Adventures.
Oh, this is way before
Saturday
Sonic
morning. Oh, yeah.
X was even.
Okay.
Saturday morning.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that's the good one.
The one where he says the one where he like does a Sonic says at the end of every episode.
Yeah,
No,
Let's
not
say,
that
now,
one.
now
That's
when we were
Adventures.
younger, I was way into Adventures as well, and you watch that now, and it's like it rots your brain, man.
Yes, Adventures does right.
She's not here. I believe she's doing homework.
Bumbler really loves it though.
I
What,
can't.
Adventures?
Yeah, he loves adventures. He thinks
What?
it's hilarious.
I was
Come
bored.
on.
I was bored
No,
one
no,
day,
like,
and I decided to try
he
watching
like-
Adventures.
But, like,
and
here's
no,
the
I
thing.
couldn't.
Here's the thing, the Bumbler likes anything that is just ridiculous and insane, and he thinks it's hilarious. That's just his taste. So like, to him, Sonic Adventure is just like, you know,
Come on!
dang it. He just like, to him, is just like, I love it. It's just so silly and ridiculous. It's funny.
I cannot get this. I either overshoot it or undershoot it.
You know the chicken voice that everybody thinks is annoying from that
Yes.
show.
Yes, this
He
is on
loves that
PC.
voice, and he imitates it all the time.
Oh,
What was that?
gosh.
Cluck? Is that what it was?
No, Scratch.
Scratch.
Back
Yes!
to the Scratch.
Fine.
His name was Scratch.
Yeah, his name was Scratch.
I'll tell you my biggest guilty pleasure. My biggest guilty pleasure growing up was Hamtaro.
I remember Hamtaro.
How can you not like Hamtaro?
No, I did like it. Here was the problem. My problem was that even though my dad wasn't like a huge fan of like the cartoons that I watched growing up, he was used to watch me watching stuff like Dragon Ball Z and Justice League. So every time like he would come home early and he would just come downstairs, like I would just be watching Hamtaro, and I would immediately change the channel when he would walk up. I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, what's up?"
I was actually like that when I first started watching Dragon Ball Z when I was younger. Because
Really?
all my friends thought it was strange, so I would kind of sneak watch it. But I loved it.
Yeah, Hamtaro was definitely one of those shows I had to sneak watch.
For me, I don't think you could call it a guilty pleasure.
Any plans for Metroid Fusion?
Because it was a
Jeez, I
legitimately
haven't.
good show, but this was a show that I had to kind of sneak watch, which was
I haven't.
Powerpuff Girls.
I really need to finish Metroid
yeah.
Fusion. I've been slacking so hard on
I
that.
loved Powerpuff Girls. And the
Okay,
thing
it
about
was
that-
Powerpuff Girls. Everybody loved Powerpuff Girls, so that's something I didn't have to sneak watch.
I know, but that was something I had to sneak watch.
Yes,
because
this is
it
a
was
new
like,
map.
You know, to me, it was just like I'm watching a show that's primarily targeting like a girl audience.
No, because that's how I felt about Totally Spies.
So
Wait,
I was just kind of like,
what is
I
the-
felt when I was a kid, I felt embarrassed watching it, but I just loved it so much.
What's the point of these cannons?
You shoot out.
You can go in them, but for some reason I keep getting bounced out because I keep hitting a rail.
So I guess you could call this kind of a guilty pleasure of mine when I was in high school, and mainly because this was a time before anime was popular.
I know what he's going to say.
And for me, it was big time Inuyasha.
Okay, Inuyasha wasn't a guilty pleasure for me because Inuyasha had that perfect like mix of like, oh, this is so cool, like blood action, but it also had like that romance stuff that I secretly kind of liked too. Which kind of,
Oh, yeah.
which
Well,
admittedly
it was-
spawned my romance anime addiction when I was in high school.
It's the romance that really drives that story forward.
Now, is there a cartoon you can think of that you loved when you was younger, but nowadays you can't even see why you liked it to begin with?
I can't even think of one, to be honest.
Oh.
You know,
I have one.
I do have one.
I have one.
Okay.
What's yours?
Dragon Ball GT.
Okay, I hated Dragon Ball GT even then.
Well, like here's the thing. When I was a kid, I was like a gigantic fanboy for anything Dragon Ball. So I was just like, hey, new Dragon Ball series. I love it immediately. Even
I knew it was dumb once from like the very moment of the opening thing. I was like, yeah, this is dumb.
Creepy.
no, like
Keeper.
the music was the thing that made me think this is stupid, but it's Dragon Ball, so I don't care.
Creepy
But the thing
Keeper
is, I really liked the art style. It looked good to me. Like, oh man.
Creepy Peeper in the chat. She and I were bored one day, so we watched GT together, and we were just like, "No, why?" But when I was really young,
We were like, no, why?
we were like, "No, why? Why did they do this? Why did they make this thing?" But when I was much younger, I enjoyed Cat Dog, and now I'm just like,
oh,
why did I like that show?
Okay, I kind of feel that way about Ren and Stimpy in the sense that when I watch it now, I'm like, what was wrong with me?
Okay, Ren and Stimpy, the first season was brilliant. You gotta admit, even today, going back...
It is good. It is good.
It is good. But anything beyond the first season, it just got real stupid real quick.
I can see that.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
when it comes to Nickelodeon, to me, the Money series on Nickelodeon, Doug was an amazing series.
Doug was very good.
Doug was
Hey
Doug was cute.
My favorite, Hey Arnold. I absolutely love Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was just too real to be a cartoon. It was just too
That
real.
was just the thing. That's for us. That's what made it refreshing. Was that it was really down to earth. When you had all these other cartoons, that was a typical cartoon.
It was very slice of life, but at the same time, it had this charm to it where there were a few things that were just a little out of the ordinary, just a little too bizarre to really be real.
Mm-hmm.
And then one cartoon that I do like, I didn't appreciate it as much back in the day, but I think it's one of their better cartoons that you don't hear about much anymore, and that's the Angry Beavers.
I enjoyed
I love the Angry Beavers.
I never saw the Angry Beavers. So.
I wish that got more attention. That was such a good show. I loved Angry Beavers. I
That
don't
was a
care
good
what
show.
anybody else says. I loved that show.
But I seriously can't think of a single cartoon that I liked then but don't like anymore now.
No, okay, one that I can. I've brought this up before, but
Oh, Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons
does not age well.
It doesn't.
That is true, but I still like the cartoon itself.
Now, two aspects of Tiny Toons that I still love to this day. One of them is the "They Might Be Giants" music videos.
Yes.
and the other one is Baby Plucky.
I was about to say Baby Plucky.
Did anyone else like Baby Looney Tunes? Because I actually kind of like that show.
I never.
I kind of I kind of liked it. It was.
I
You
did
go
grow
ahead.
up on Muppet Babies though.
Yes, I remember Muppet Babies.
Yeah, I remember Muppet Babies. I remember watching
That's
that.
basically the predecessor to Baby Looney Tunes, I would say.
Yeah, I could see that.
What about Animaniac? I never watched Animaniacs, but every time I did like enjoy it very much.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
Had a lot of adult humor.
Animaniacs, to me, is the exact opposite of Tiny Toons.
Yes.
Like I knew about Animaniacs as a kid. I watched it. I enjoyed it, but I loved Tiny Toons. Tiny Toons was my favorite. And now as an adult looking back, Tiny Toons is kind of but Animaniacs is brilliant. To me, the humor in Animaniacs was beyond its time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely beyond its time, and plus it was the humor was stuff that like kids could enjoy because of the silliness, but it had so much hidden humor that allowed adults to enjoy it as well.
Right.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, Tom and Jerry. Oh, oof. Wow, Tom and Jerry's kind of a heavy hitter because, like, when you watched it, especially for me, for my case, when I watched it when I was younger, it had like a lot of themes in it that were very sensitive in topic. Like, granted, I still enjoy the episodes that were kind of like racist in a way, but it's not that my opinion changed like of Tom and Jerry because of it. I still enjoy the show, but it did kind of make me aware of like, oh, people actually thought about this in cartoons back then. Or thought like this in cartoons back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a Kraken. Is anybody else seeing the Kraken over here?
Oh
No,
my
I'm-
goodness. You're
Yeah, that's the
right.
18th hole. That thing will hit your ball.
I'm not looking forward to that.
No, please stop, please stop, please stop,
One
please stop. No!
cartoon I can remember. It wasn't particularly a favorite of mine, but I still kind of enjoyed watching it. You never hear about today or was, I should say, Inspector Gadget. Did
Oh,
anybody watch that?
I loved
I never got to watch Inspector Gadget.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
It's amazing how a theme song can be so catchy with just two lines, which is Inspector Gadget and woohoo.
Yep. I went nuts collecting the Happy Meal toys that they released at McDonald's.
There's a full version of Golf with Friends.
Oh yeah.
I believe that was for the
I believe it's just like
actually, but you had
the
all
game it was, but yeah,
different parts of them that could do different things.
I never knew there was like a full version of Golf
Okay,
with Friends.
so a Nickelodeon classic,
SpongeBob?
Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocko's
Oh,
Modern Life was.
yeah.
My brother loved it, but I never got to watch it.
My dad and I spent so much time watching that when I was a kid.
Wee.
Now,
Another show.
Have you had a chance to see the trailer for the reboot?
I have not.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
You need to look it up.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah.
Does it look anything like the Magic School Bus reboot?
No.
No,
Okay, thank
no,
goodness.
Exactly like,
Okay,
it looks
thank
exactly
goodness.
Like the original.
Thank
They
goodness.
got the original voice actors even.
Like, and the
Yeah,
premise.
Rocko's Modern Life, the reboot, is actually looking to be very legit.
Yeah, like I've never seen a reboot that looks like it's straight out of the '90s, but this reboot looks like it's straight out of the '90s. Like, and animation quality-wise.
And yet they modernized it, like in terms of
Yes.
its humor and its themes.
Like the cartoon is self-aware. They know that they're a '90s cartoon in 2010s. 20 years in the future.
The thing that I was really impressed by that trailer was also the attention to detail in terms of what the show is based on. And what I mean by that is like a good example is like near the end of the trailer when Rocco runs into his house, just like the original opening.
Nice bogey.
Darn it!
Nice bogey.
Double
notice
bogey.
that you notice that there's a rocket like going through his
Did I
house.
just-
And that's insanely accurate because one of the last episodes of the original series, a rocket went through Rocco's house.
Oh my god.
So in the trailer, the rocket is still there in his house.
This is so dumb. This tentacle's hitting my ball.
I didn't even. Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't even
insane.
notice that.
Yeah, so I mean that's just an example of like, wow, they actually did their homework before they made this.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I ran out of strokes.
Oh, so close, Nos.
I know. Well,
Just as Rocco is kind of crude, it can be. It can be crude.
The Dazzling Shell asks, who watched or used to watch the original The Parent Trap?
I remember watching it as a kid.
I remember seeing it when I was a kid, but I literally don't remember.
Wait, wasn't that a
I
movie?
do remember watching The Parent Trap, the original one.
Was that a movie or a show? Because
was a movie.
I saw the 'cause it was a movie. Okay, I did see the movie then.
I think it was a movie that became a show later. I could be wrong about that though.
How would that become a show? It's like
I don't know. It's
like that would be like if Taken became a show. Like how many times can like someone get abducted?
I know who you are.
Well, there's how many sequels now, too?
There's 3 movies in the Taken series at this point, and the 3rd movie is bashed very often just because of just how stupid it is. I mean, like I have never seen it, but I know it's something like, you know, at this point the entire like world is after him.
Have a good night, Slippy.
And it's like just ridiculous how overpowered.
If anyone has the game and they would like to join, the
especially
room
with the
is
whole
TARDIS and the
background.
password is Fez.
So my connection cut off on my iPad, so I wasn't keeping up with the chat. Jess said, "Why, Leah? Why did you have to say wee wee?" It was a line from Rocco's Modern Life, and that's what we were. So.
Wait, what?
When we were all talking about Rocco's Modern Life, I went wee wee because it was a stupid line from an episode. I figured
okay.
Vegeta would get it.
Yeah. You remember when Filbert and Heifer made the Mr. Big Head suit and they impersonated Mr. Big Head?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from that episode.
Yep, they get the
Okay.
whole entire office saying that, and it's funny.
I think my favorite episode of that show was the episode where they created when the 3 of them went to Hollywood to
good, it
create a
made you laugh.
cartoon.
I love that episode.
Yes!
Oh my god!
I
Yes,
love
that was my favorite. The reason
what was
why
The fat heads.
The fat heads, yeah.
well, no, not the fat. Like he
No,
the
yeah.
theme song was always great. I always loved the theme song. But like, they went to Hollywood to create a cartoon, because like, what was it? Mr. Big Head's son is like a cartoonist, and he created the Fatheads.
Yes.
But they were like telling him, "You need a new show, or else you're fired." So they,
Well, he wanted out.
Yeah, he wanted out by that point.
yeah. So it was a great. It not only was a great episode just because
It's not Rardis. That was a
it
typo.
kind of
It's
like a
TARDIS,
cool
not
way
Rardis.
that the creators
Oh
of
my
the show were
god.
kind of showing off the creative process to create a cartoon, and it was just like really funny how frustrated they were getting with just how tedious it was to try and make a cartoon. And they ended up creating like something that just looked absolutely ridiculous. It was like the earliest form of a YouTube poop, and it was just like hilarious to watch. And at the end, the directors were just like, "We love it."
Yeah. Yeah, and Big Head Jr. was like, I just want out of this. I just want to get fired. So he was like, let's put 13 minutes of a jar of mayonnaise in the middle of it.
Man, you guys make
And
me
the
feel so
fans
young.
loved it.
Man, you guys are making me feel incredibly young here.
All right, we ready?
I'm ready to go anytime.
I guess I'm ready.
Oh
All right.
boy, back to Candyland.
Oh, this freaking map.
Back to Candyland here.
Back to Candyland.
That's all she
The
wrote?
Candyman can.
Can you think of any cartoons from way back when that absolutely made you cringe?
Well, like it depends on from way back
Okay.
then. Like what? Like
Just your early childhood.
okay.
Well, I can tell you one from my college days.
That works. Any time. Really.
So any cartoon that made you cringe.
Yes, any cartoon. that made you
Okay,
cringe. Go for it.
Flash cartoon series
Oh,
known
gosh.
as The Happy Tree Friend.
Oh no!
Oh, oh.
We discovered
the
that
one-
before you were in college, though.
The one that always gets me is when the moose is trying to shave in the car.
Oh,
And he ends up cutting his jugular.
thing is, when you pulled that up on the computer, we were both trying to eat, And there was like all the blood spraying everywhere. We're like, ah! So we turn off the monitor, but the noise was still there.
The ones that always stuck out to me were the ones where the anteater was trying to eat the ants, and the elephant would just get screwed over every single time in the most inhumane way possible.
Oh yeah.
The anteater was. It's something like an old cartoon.
Like no, Happy Tree Friends. Those are the episodes that stuck out to me.
Was an anteater.
You did just remind me though, Brian. Do you remember the cartoon, The Ant in the Yard?
No, that's what I was thinking of. And he talked like this.
Yes.
I just want to eat those ants.
Love that one.
I like the ant in the yard part.
This is ridiculous.
This freaking hole sucks.
I never managed this one.
I hate
ever.
This one. Really?
Oh my god.
Push me.
We should have. Wait, collision's on?
Yes.
I'm the cube. How do you think I feel right now?
Where?
Okay, I actually managed to make it in.
Bouncy, bouncy, bounce.
I just hate that. I just hate that if you touch the ice cream, you're out. You're just dead.
I know. I do hate that.
I hate that.
Oh my gosh, really?
Come on. Yes. No, please. I'm not touching. I'm touching the liquor. I'm touching the candy.
So if I do a bad job replying to the chat, I do apologize.
Oh my god, this.
This doesn't.
Oh my god, I can't do anything.
Jess says it's time for more Mexican candy.
All I can do is just watch my unicorn horn flail around endlessly.
Jess mentions Real Monsters, and I was thinking about Real Monsters. It never really made me cringe.
Guys, I'm stuck in the ice cream, and somehow it's not putting me somewhere else.
I liked Real Monsters.
Real Monsters was good.
Yeah.
I will say this: there was definitely one. Oops, sorry.
What?
Powdered Toast Man.
Oh.
What? No, Powdered Toast Man was awesome. Powdered Toast Man was awesome. Come on.
But you have to admit, there were some points that were just a little cringy.
Like, just take a look through my nipple vision.
He was awesome though.
As a kid, you wouldn't think much about it, but as an adult, seeing his nipples literally like fly out and attach to somebody's eyeballs, it's like, oh! What?
I will say there was an entire period of Cartoon Network that made me cringe. It was called CN Real.
Yeah.
I love how you just agree. Like, yeah.
What was CN Real?
They basically thought, for some reason, the people at Cartoon Network in their infinite wisdom thought it'd be a good idea to, hey, let's start introducing live action shows, and they were just all bad. They were just all really bad.
Ricky Peeper doesn't know what Powdered Toast Man is, so I'm going to have to show her after the stream.
Is Powdered Toast?
Oh, Leah, I went in on that call.
Okay.
Because, I do have to see her reaction to that. Oh man. And of course, you know, I can't see a Slinky without hearing in my head, it's log.
I was about to bring that up.
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
It's log.
It's log, it's better than bed, it's good. Everyone wants a log. You're gonna love it, log. Come on and get your log. Everyone needs. Oh, this. Okay, this scores some.
Log by Blammo.
Blammo. Dude, you remember Cheese Fist?
Cheese
Come on,
Fist?
you have to remember Cheese Fist.
I don't remember Cheese.
You don't remember You remember your log, but you don't remember Cheese Fist?
Was it Ren and Stimpy?
Yes.
Which season? Because I really.
I can't exactly remember, but they were like selling this food that like people got tired of eating the same food, so like Cheese Fist is like the cool new thing in town.
I don't remember that. Although I do remember, don't whiz on the electric
fence.
Jess has a point. Rocco had really big man. He had the nipples of the future.
Oh
yeah, that's true.
That
Big
was
man.
Rocco. That wasn't.
I wonder if that was just kind of a take on Powdered Toast Man.
I know. I think it was. I don't know if Powdered Toast Man did that. I think it was Rocco.
It probably was Rocco.
It was Rocco, and I was getting my great big ridiculous
Powdered
cringy,
Toast Man was always the thing with the butt. I think it was.
Yeah, I was getting my cringy superheroes crossed.
That's right. So
No.
we still need to educate Creepy on what Powdered Toast Man is.
Oh yeah, Powder Toast.
Nice.
Powder Toast Man was incredible, but there were some moments that made him just a little cringy. Sometimes.
I just like the fact
A
that he flew
little?
backwards.
Just a little cringy.
Just a little cringy.
Just
I
a
just
little
I just like the fact that he flew backwards.
Okay.
upside
One-
down.
One of the cringiest episodes of a cartoon I have ever seen is the Ren and Stimpy episode with the toothache.
I know of a worse one.
Okay.
Although the toothache does kind of make you.
To me, one of the creepy episodes from Ren and Stimpy was when they were going door to door selling rubber nipples. That was a really disturbing episode.
And see, a lot of these things, like I was a kid when I watched these, and so the inappropriateness of it for children was lost on me.
Do you remember the one where Stimpy farted and he believed he gave birth to the fart?
Yes,
And he was
even
sad
named
that he
it.
could not find the fart, which he had named Stinky.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
He
I
goes
remember-
around with flyers of the missing Stinky.
I remember his magic nose goblins.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
that's
God.
Did anybody watch SpongeBob?
Yes, I did.
I watched a bit of it when it first came out.
Come on, I'm a '90s
That is
kid. I
one of
definitely
the
watched SpongeBob.
longest surviving cartoons.
Yeah, I never watched much of SpongeBob. I don't know.
Oh jeez,
I never really liked it that much.
I was a '90s kid, so I was like pretty much obligated to like it.
You
Yep.
do like the episode with the where they couldn't curse.
Sailor
Remember that one?
Mouth.
Oh yeah, that was
Sailor
that,
Mouth.
that was a beautiful episode.
Yep. That was great. But no, like whether you like SpongeBob or not, you have to admit that everybody loves Patrick.
Oh
Yes.
What?
Yes,
What?
yes, yes.
Wait, what?
I love the Patrick meme.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, just Patrick as a character. I think everybody likes him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's okay. Well, he's good in like the first 3 seasons, but when they changed writers, they just made him just like the most insufferable being ever. Because like, it's not that he's just dumb, but he's also just like kind of a horrible person, and he doesn't realize that he's like it's really bad. Basically, new SpongeBob sucks.
Creepy says, I love the episode, or Mr. Krabs makes him stay open 24 hours a day.
The hash slinging slasher. That's classic.
Yeah.
The hash slinging slasher.
Can't say I've seen that one, so maybe I'll have to watch that with her after
That
I
actually
watch
is a good
Powder Toast
episode.
Man.
I would say if there's one SpongeBob episode you should watch, it's the Krusty Krab training video.
Instagram training video.
Oh dear.
Sounds like a lot of
That's the one episode you should watch, in my opinion.
Again, personally, I like Sailor Mouth.
Sailor Mouth is pretty good.
the hoopla moment in that episode is just the part that always makes me lose it.
Creepy is definitely agreeing with them about that episode.
What, the Krusty Krab training video?
Crab training
Yes.
video. Okay.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
have to watch it.
that was easily one of the best episodes. I have to agree.
Also, Wet Painters is one of my favorite because there's this one moment where this for some reason this is my favorite moment in the entire show where they like Mr. Krabs basically wants to get his house painted and he's like his most prized possession is on a wall. It's like his first ever dollar. And and what happens is that SpongeBob notices like a little pixel of paint on it, but Patrick doesn't see, and like no one can see it. So what SpongeBob tries to do is he tries to rub it off with his tie, and like the paint spreads, and like this like scary music plays. And when that music plays, I just start crying, laughing because I have to show you the clip. It's such a silly moment.
And Patrick's just like, oh hey,
Oh, now I see it. just that music that plays. It's just.
Yeah, the music was legitimately terrifying too.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, but like when I was a kid, and even now a little bit, I still love some bits of SpongeBob even now. I haven't
yeah.
watched it in forever, but
You can't help but enjoy some bits of SpongeBob. I just think, like many other things, it was a great show when it first came out, but very quickly, they ran out of good ideas.
They did.
Oh yeah, I mean
After the movie, I think the original writers were just like, yeah, we're done.
yeah,
I'm just gonna slowly roll down this hill.
Even the movie was.
The movie was okay. It wasn't.
You talking about the movie where they went into the real world?
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want something.
That had a very particular, target kid audience. Whereas the earlier seasons were like kind of like in a Rocko's Modern Life way, like both kids and adults could enjoy it together.
Mm-hmm.
If you want something incredibly cringy, and this is moving up from TV shows to movies, this is something that isn't even in America, but
oh, I think I know where you're going.
Disney and Bollywood
Yep,
collaborated,
you're going there.
and they made a movie called Roadside Romeo, and it's got the singing and dancing that you would expect from a Bollywood movie.
First of all, you guys know what Bollywood is, right?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Bollywood movies are hilarious.
Okay,
So
we'll catch you up to speed with that.
Well, it's Indian Hollywood.
Yes, there you go.
So
India.
So lots of, like
Indians
India.
love to make movies. They love making movies.
So anyway, you have
And
this
they're all
collaboration by Disney and Bollywood, and it's got the sing and dance of Bollywood, but you're watching these terribly animated anthropomorphic dogs, and it's really creepy and very cringy.
It is extremely cringy. And
If
the
you-
animation is so full of bad CGI.
Oh my gosh.
Which
If you wanna see
bad
something-
CGI
okay,
makes me cringe.
I think I can one up that. If you want to see something really cringy from India, type Nick India and Dab. Right, like go on YouTube and search Nick India Dab.
We're gonna have to like look these things up together sometime and comment on them.
You know what this this would be perfect for the first episode of the podcast.
Yes, it
it would
would.
be.
Which I still want to do. I want to be a part of the podcast.
Oh, we definitely should.
Oh, we
Yes.
definitely should.
That would be a lot of fun.
There are certainly some guests I would love to have. This is sad for Nick if you're still in here. I'd definitely like to have you on the first episode of the podcast.
Which, by the way, I don't know if any of you are aware, but big news: Rogues and Roleplayers is going to start streaming on Twitch.
Yay!
So, actually, we've done a couple of streams already, but they've mainly just been kind of test streams.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in January, we're going to start getting a lot more serious about it, and we have a particular game in mind for what we want our first big series to be, and I'm going to keep it a surprise because I think when you guys see it,
Aw.
you're going to get super excited.
Sweet.
It's a game that we've been wanting to play for like the longest fucking time. Sorry for the language. I'm
Whoops.
Yeah. Okay.
sorry. That was my bad.
Hey, it happens.
It happens.
Dazzling Shell says there was House of Anubis on Nick. I have no idea what that is.
But it's a game that we've been wanting to play on Rogues for a very long time.
Is it
But
Roblox?
the only no, not that one. The one that but we haven't played it because of the length. It's a super long game.
Is it a modded Skyrim?
No, it has nothing to do with Skyrim.
Okay.
I have a guess.
Okay.
Oh, I
Wait.
didn't know if you wanted to reveal it, regardless if anybody didn't guess it.
I'm like, is Leah gonna take the guess? Because there's just like a
Oh,
big
no,
silence.
No, he was like, I'm not going to reveal it now, so I'm just like, I have an idea, but we'll see.
Is it longer than
Oh, Garfield and Friends? I think I
any
remember
of
that.
your other series you've done?
Yes.
Well, you've talked about how
Buck
much
it up!
Final Fantasy 9.
Okay, good thing I got back up.
Boom.
That was great.
Is it The Witcher 3?
I'm not gonna say.
See, this is why I wasn't going to guess to begin with.
Oh, I have the cube? Why the cube? Of all...
It's pointless.
Oh, I can just go down here.
I'm not gonna tell you if you're right or wrong. You'll just have to watch the stream and find out.
Oh, it's gonna be Sonic 06.
Which, actually, we've been wanting to play that for a long time, but that's not the one, I will tell you.
Some of my subscribers wanted me to play that, and I was just like, no. I'm sorry, but just no.
My stream is the stream can sometimes get glitchy enough as it is. Without a game having to glitch itself out.
We do want to play Sonic 06 at some point though, but we're probably not going to do it on Twitch. We'll probably do it on YouTube.
Oh Jesus! Let me try that again. Oh God.
Anyway.
Wait. Okay, I feel dumb because this whole time I did not realize that for the first hole I didn't know that jump was on, so I was trying to do it like vanilla style. So yeah.
You know, I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but we were talking about cringy cartoons. Creepy and I were on a quest to find the worst animated cartoon to ever exist.
Seriously?
The Nut Shack.
And
Hands down.
one of the cartoons we ran into featured a deer that ran out from a forest and just started shooting laser beams from his chest.
That sounds awesome.
And we're just like, are we really sitting here watching a deer shooting laser beams like
What just happened?
What just happened?
Hey,
Big
Paw
time.
Pom, remember Lazy Town from Nick Jr.? Everyone remembers Lazy
What in
Town
the-
for the wrong reasons.
Alright.
Lazy Town is just like the biggest meme.
What is
What?
Is Nos confused about something?
Oh, what just
I-
happened?
Okay.
Just the way the course just like flung me around, and I somehow ended up in the right spot.
I'll just run with it. No, don't bounce out.
Ah. So sometime I'm gonna get around to making my video game debate podcast series. I still think that's a good idea.
We did talk about doing a podcast on rogues as well. We just never got around to it.
I kind of feel like for the podcast, I kind of feel like what would end up happening is that for like the guests I want to bring on, I would just bring them on and ask them really weird questions just to mess with them, and then ask like legitimate questions.
You and my friend Wadeling would get along great.
I can't make it.
I would just like probably bring like I'd probably like bring one of my guests on. He's like, "Hi, what's your favorite baby food?"
You and my friend Wade would get along great.
So who remembers playing golf on Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort? Oh yeah, well especially Wii Sports Resort because it had the Wii Motion Plus. I loved golf on Wii, especially disc golf. Oh my goodness, that was so much fun.
See, I never had the Wii Motion Plus.
It was great.
The Wii Motion Plus was a
It's
thing.
what should have. It's what the original Wii remote should have been to begin with. To be completely honest.
Yeah. If they wanted to be serious about the motion controls, that really should have been it.
Well, what did the Plus have that the original didn't?
It just had better. It just had better motion sensing. Like it was more precise.
Well,
And
it
then-
wasn't just that it was. It's not that it was just more precise. It was just that the original Wiimote, like the way it worked, is that you know the little sensor bar that you set up for the Wii.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing that was just two lights.
Yeah,
And
I know that.
The Wiimote would just detect which motion to create by detecting those two lights. So it was kind of like motion control, but it wasn't like full 360-degree motion control.
Right.
It can only go into like it made for a great pointer, but when it comes to like actually like something,
You have got to be kidding me.
like an adventure game like Zelda, like it was pretty much just waggle.
And then Skyward Sword happened, and no one wanted to talk about it ever again.
Hey, I like Skyward Sword, so shut
I know,
up.
but a lot of people do not like Skyward Sword at all.
So they basically
I don't
put an
care, they're wrong.
I get.
Basically, the Wii Motion Plus was like instead of it just being a pointer and a waggle remote, it actually sensed motion control in like
Oh, God.
full 360 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah.
And what did you do to me?
Did I just knock you off?
Yes, you did. And I
Good.
am an egg. An egg.
why do I have to be a freaking cube?
Because
too.
reasons.
I did not notice your Discord message until now, Pa. I apologize for that.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think you know the answer, though.
This slide is almost impossible to do as a cube.
You're a cube too?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Cube for you. Cube for everyone.
Cube life.
And yeah, sorry
Cubert.
again for the language from earlier. It slipped out.
It's already forgotten.
Please, 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 I hate you. Leah, what just happened and how are you still on course? I'm very up. Watching these candy balls go up and down these hat pipes kind of reminds me of the old Tony Hawk games.
I loved those games.
Those games were so cool.
I may have to play some Tony Hawk on stream sometime, just for the nostalgia.
It'd be fun to
Tony
watch.
Like the original
2.
game.
No!
I loved the second game, but that was me.
I just love how it just went
can't remember
downhill
what
all
was the
past.
second
I just love how it went all downhill after like the PS2 era, and then it just went to just complete and utter crap.
Come on.
Because I did play like the original Skate, and that was actually a surprisingly fun game.
Hello, Shark Game.
Hey, Shark Game, how you doing?
Yeah.
And Jess asked if any of us looked up Mort the Chicken.
I've heard of that before, but I've never seen it.
We're playing golf.
I beat both Bakuda and Leia.
Yay!
I'm second place.
You are indeed. All right. Are we up for another hole?
I'm up for another course.
Or another course? No.
I was like, what? How do we do that?
Okay.
just one more hole.
Just one more hole.
Just one hole.
Everybody gets
anybody that's still in the chat room here. If
would
you,
anyone
if you have golf with your
would
friends,
anyone
you
here
wanna join us,
like to play?
the room information's down there. We're gonna get another game going in about 3 minutes, so join up if you want to golf with us. And let's see, Big Forest. How about? Okay, we can either do hoops or we can do, I guess what I like to call frenzy mode.
I like frenzy mode.
What is frenzy? What is frenzy mode?
Yeah, let's do frenzy and let's not do hoops.
Wait, what is this frenzy mode you speak
Play
of?
to find out.
If you do not play Haunted House, I will. Okay, never fine.
How about we go?
Fine, do Haunted House. Fine. Okay, you know you want to do it. Just you know you want to do Haunted.
Let's go Oasis.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's like impossible to do frenzy with Oasis.
That makes it more fun.
I think you should do the midnight one.
Really?
I think so. But if you want to do Oasis, that's fine.
The midnight one. Twilight.
In other words, what she's saying is, let's not do Oasis.
Well, it's his stream.
It is his stream. She has a point. It is his stream.
It's all of our stream, but it's really mine.
Are you gonna taste the crusty Mexican stuff afterwards?
I'm sorry, that was hilarious. It's all of our stream. Still mine.
Have you guys ever?
Nicely, children.
Have you guys ever heard of Have you guys ever heard of Bean Boozled?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys should do that. You guys should definitely do that, like on stream sometime.
We did a couple of years ago. We played the game that we started with, Towerfall. 2 years ago for my birthday stream, we played it, and the loser would have to pick a Bean Boozled. But Leah gets sick off of jelly beans for some reason.
I do. Sweet the good jelly beans make me nauseous.
Yeah.
Also, if
really?
you care to look behind you, the cat is so totally passed out.
Oh,
you should
man.
you should take the camera
yeah,
and show
he's,
this. It's quite funny.
He is just like passed out there behind the light, and he's sleeping.
He's out.
He's sleeping like that, like honestly asleep.
Okay, I've seen dogs sleep in extremely weird positions too.
Yeah. Alright.
The positions that these species sleep in is just like, how are you comfortable
I
like
know.
that?
Oh, this cat in particular. Oh my goodness, he's dreaming. He's twitching like crazy. His tail's twitching like mad. You can't see it from here, but oh my word. But this cat in particular sleeps in the weirdest poses. I have compiled like a photo collage that I wound up posting on Facebook of just all these crazy poses this cat has slept in.
Leah, can I just say that I honestly thought you were reading a copy pasta?
Oh?
I just thought you were reading a copy pasta, just like the way you were like speaking. I was like, is she reading a copy pasta about like cats sleeping?
Okay,
Nope.
somebody explain to me what a copy pasta is? Because I've been like hearing that term a lot lately.
You mean creepypasta?
A copy pasta is basically just this wall of text that you basically copy and paste just to create like spam, and a lot of its content is just stuff that's like ridiculously funny, either ridiculously funny to read or just stuff that's like waste your time, like one copy pasta I like is like.
I was rambling. It sounded like a copy pasta.
Like one copy pasta I like is like, my name is Harambe. I have the such and such and such, and then it just talks about. I'll post you some examples of copy pastas when
Okay, because I know what a creepypasta is, but I was hearing the term copy pasta. I'm like, what is that?
I had actually never heard of a copy pasta until he asked.
I never had either.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard about it. I knew what a creepypasta was, but not a copy pasta.
Yeah, and I was doing the same. Like, is he talking about creepypasta?
Yeah, that's what I was like wondering. Like, wait.
There is one that like I could read that really made me laugh while we're like waiting for like the game to start.
I went to Taco Bell and tried to spend a $2 bill, and the cashier had no idea what it was and called the cops.
September 26, 1997 is a date I can never forget. One of my 4th grade classmates, Jacob Wenger, won the Nick Takes Over Your School contest. I remember being excited to have all my favorite Nickelodeon characters come in and make our school day fun. And it was fun, at first. It was all any elementary schooler could ever want, but as soon as we wanted, but soon, all we wanted was for it to be over. Nickelodeon took over my school, and they wouldn't leave. We were in the middle... We were in the middle of a morning math lesson when it began. It was fractions. The next thing I remember, a series of percussive noises and yelling came outside as I saw an orange and green school bus pull up through the classroom window. Soon, a giant Tommy Pickles mascot and a camera crew bust through the door and slimed my math teacher right then and there. We played their games. We ran through slime slip and slides. We cheered and saw Mark Summers and the cast members from Clarissa Explains It All. It was incredible. Then they started the events again. Giant Tommy Pickles, games, slime, Mark Summers, and again. Tommy Pickles, games, slime, Mark Summers. 14 hours later, one of my classmates, Jennifer Bryant, asked if we could leave. That's when it all stopped being fun. The Nickelodeon mascots and camera crew rounded us all up into the auditorium. They told us everything we knew about school was about to change. They told us they were in charge now. They took our principal, Mr. Hoffman, a man who I loved and respected, a man who had let me eat lunch in his office when I was scared on my first day of kindergarten. They pulled him on stage, and when they slimed him in front of all of us, they pulled his pants down. "I'm your principal now," yelled Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, show into a megaphone.
Wow.
Hold on. Wow. What followed was a forced regimen of obstacle courses, slopsticle courses, egg races, and pizza slams. Whenever they saw us getting used to a routine, they changed it up, never letting us rest, never letting us see our loved ones. Children, teachers, even the custodial staff were randomly pulled out in front of the school and slimed for the cameras. When we tried to sleep, a large man dressed like Pork Chop from Doug would bark in our faces, or the cast of all that would fire t-shirt cannons at us. It went on for weeks. Soon kids were eating gack and phloem. We were only allowed to bathe in orange soda and chocolate sauce. Everyone was getting sick. We thought it would never end. We thought Nick had taken over our lives. We didn't know how long it would last. And finally we gave up hope. Then on June 12th, 1998, 8 months and 17 days later, the National Guard stormed our elementary school and removed Nickelodeon from the premises. It was over. The government killed all of the Nickelodeon characters with guns and grenades, but their stain would forever discolor the minds of all who lived in Morning Day Elementary School under their despotic reign.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Who comes up with this stuff?
No kidding.
Wow.
It sounds like one of those things that if you had like 5 minutes to write out something random. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I just love how Bakuna's just like Starshi's like, wow. For some reason, my favorite part was like, oh, everyone was forced to bathe in orange soda and chocolate sauce. Everyone was getting sick. That was just my Are we ready to play golf now? Are we
I
ready
have to
to...
be completely honest. If anything is making me laugh, it's your guys' laughing.
Oh, I know.
That was the most incredible thing I've
No, this is making me laugh,
game.
though.
All right, let's start the game. Start. We will be starting.
Oh god.
You guys got to admit, you guys were invested in the story.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Oh,
very.
Absolutely.
Oh god. Oh god.
All right, 30 seconds.
Oh, that's Frenzy? Oh, crap.
Oh,
Yeah, that is
God.
crazy.
Golf. Okay.
Get in the hole.
Oh god. I haven't laughed that hard in a while.
It's like something a 4th grader would write. I agree, Jess. That's exactly what it sounded like until things went crazy.
Until things went, like, really dark.
Pom.
Yes.
I need you to send that whole thing.
I will. I'll send it to you.
Because I need to share that on Ropes.
Oh, my goodness.
I need to bring that onto Ropes and Role Players.
I just, for some reason,
Share it with everybody.
for some reason, I just laugh when it just goes like, everyone was getting sick. I don't know why. I just.
Get in the hole. Yeah, I got it.
One.
Oh god, this hole is terrible. Oh.
Just like imagining that like happening just is what makes it all the more funny for some
Oh,
reason.
I know. I
Mhm.
know.
Oh. Oh man.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Oh, I did.
Absolutely.
That was our entertainment of the day.
Well, we've
Creepy
reached
says, "Is the screen freezing for anyone else?" So are we having some lag issue?
We've reached the pinnacle of comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody.
No?
Hey William, how you doing, dude?
Screen's freezing, then refresh your browser. Because we shouldn't be having any problems.
Oh man.
That was yeah.
Technical difficulties. They happen, and that's also.
Nick's taking over their internet.
Oh, well done, internet.
You're probably gonna have nightmares about that now.
You never. Internet never ceases to disappoint me. Anytime I imagine I've seen everything.
But the thing is, most copy pastas aren't like that though, where they actually have like a storage and they're just like random descriptions.
No!
You get 14 automatically. Oh my god. That's so dirty.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
Wait,
What happened?
What happened?
Lost
kicked.
Nasuda.
I got kicked. No.
You got kicked?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
kicked. I got a hole in one.
Can you still invite me, or is?
I think we'd have to leave or start over to get him back
Yeah,
in.
we would.
What happened? So is your internet?
No, my internet's fine.
I think we just like lost connection temporarily. I think you just lost connection temporarily. That happens every now and then.
Oh well, I'm still invested in the conversation.
Oh, that's good.
The conservation conversation.
Conservation
Why don't you find
conversation.
us, while we're playing, why don't you find us some more copy pasta and read it with the most sophisticated voice?
Make sure they're make sure they're clean.
All right, let me see if I can find something. Let me see if I can. Something.
I did read one about where like a Russian guy sold his wife to play Hearthstone.
Let's see. I'm just looking up like hilarious copy pasta to see what I find.
Bless
Sorry,
you.
excuse me.
Is someone getting a cold?
I hope not.
Jess says, I
Okay.
have copy pasta.
On the underside of your refrigerator, there is a switch. Reach under there and feel for it. Don't mind the dust clamps and the roaches. You'll know it when you feel it. It's a hard metal tab sticking out of a slot in the plastic underside.
Okay.
I will be set on the right-hand side when you are facing the fridge. If you switch it to the left, nothing will happen.
What?
Your appliances will continue to run. The floor won't open into a swirling vortex that leads directly into the deepest circle of hell. You won't even hear a hitch in the hum of the refrigerator. You will get up and brush off and go about your business. You may move out of your apartment and leave the refrigerator behind. Switch set to the left like it doesn't even matter. When you die 5 years later, the fingers, toes, and eyes of an unidentified person will be found in your stomach.
What? What?
Okay.
I'm so. What?
This is what we need to do for a podcast.
I think I found your podcast.
I found a segment. I found a podcast segment.
Copy
pastas.
Copy pasta podcast.
Oh, and you have to do it in different voices too. That totally adds to it.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to be.
Lock it up. No, that was you, Leah.
What?
Oh, it was so many.
God. Oh God.
I don't even know where the hole is. I'm just.
I think I should be a copy pasta pod. I'll call it copy
Alright.
pod.
Copy pod.
I did watch watch this podcast. Like I frequently watch this podcast where they used to do a segment where they would do Craigslist ads, and you can imagine how weird they got.
All right, I haven't fully read this one yet, but let's see how it goes. On a cold Friday afternoon, I had come home from school. I had been thinking of the gym all day. I was hungry, didn't have any lunch. In fact, I didn't eat because I spent money. For the past month, I was.
Wait, I didn't eat because I spent money. Oh, okay. Okay, keep going.
For the past month, I was saving up for something special, which I bought at GNC. I was surprised they didn't ask for ID. I was pretty sure the cashier noticed how nervous I was. I don't even know what a GNC is.
It's a supplement store.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's right.
Anyways, my mom asked how my day was when I got home, but I ignored her. I have more important things to do.
I ignored her.
I run to the bathroom and unpack my bag. Alright, I'm not liking where this is going. I unpacked the creative. Okay, I'm not liking where this is going. We're moving on.
Okay. I was like, wait, this is gonna go crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I'm not continuing that one. Like I said, I haven't read any of these, so I don't know how they're supposed to go.
All right, just if they get a little too dirty, just skip them, or start getting weird, skip them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like read through a little bit and get like a preview.
Might be a good idea. Get in there, stupid cone. Thank you.
I'm kind of giving up.
While I saw your cone circling around the hole, Leah was just stuck in the pegs.
Yep.
Okay, what I've always wanted to do for a podcast would be to do old-time classic murder mystery shows.
Oh my gosh. That would be great.
I used to listen to those on road trips. You can find some either on YouTube or just in like podcast networks, archives of old 60s radio horror dramas. And they're hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it would be so fun to write something like that. And you not even edit it, but just get on something like Discord and perform it off the cuff line.
I'm getting some pretty bad lag. It's making this hard to do.
Okay, I was wondering what was going on with Leah. I was like, you're right
It's
there.
lag. Yeah, I was trying, but it was lagging as I was trying to rotate it. So.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, this okay. I hate getting stuck in this thing.
Fortunately, golf with your friends isn't always the most friendly with my computer.
William said I haven't named the podcast because I love I already thought of that. But thank you, William, for the suggestion.
7 seconds.
I
Get in,
okay,
get in,
here's-
get in, get
here's
in,
one.
get in, get in, get in, get in.
I have a morning ritual that I need to share. I call it the Terminator. First, I crouch down in the shower in the classic Terminator traveling through time pose. With my eyes closed, I crouch for a minute, visualizing either Arnold or the guy from the second movie. Then I slowly rise to a standing position, open my eyes, and helps me proceed through the day with a motionless cyborg badass. The only problem is the shower curtain sticks to my Terminator leg. It ruins the fantasy.
What?
Okay.
Okay then.
What?
I have no idea what that's supposed to mean.
It sticks to my leg.
I have no idea.
Oh, did I make it? I made it!
He made it.
I made it! It was just
Oh my
right
goodness.
there.
But yeah, I definitely want to start doing the podcast.
I think
Jess
that-
says, I have a link to a copy pasta. Would you like to read it to Bakuda or Leah?
Yes.
Have Bakuda do it. He does the best voices.
All right.
So after...
I will do it as soon as I can.
I mean, I'm looking for copy pastas right now. I can read it.
Get up there.
That
Get,
works.
no.
No, cylinder,
wrong
cylinder.
side.
Thank you.
Oh, come on. Stupid lag!
I love how you're
So far, the only good one I found is the refrigerator one, which was just so weird.
Where? Where's the hole? Oh yeah, I messed up big time. Go!
Acorn is not being very nice.
The acorn sucks.
Acorn. Stupid acorn.
Come on, get up there, please.
In.
No!
In.
No!
No. In. No!
Oh my god.
I have so many points! Yay!
You win.
Yay!
Game over, yeah!
Game over, yeah.
Oh, of course I get the cube on this one.
Does anybody else hate this hole?
I hate this hole too.
I have never liked this hole.
Oh, I obviously
Whenever
love the bowl very much. It's my favorite.
What
Whenever
smells
I get
like...
a package of plain M&Ms, I make it my duty to continue
M&Ms.
the strength and
What's-
robustness of
what's-
candy
what's
as a
blue?
species.
Oh, you're reading copy pasta, sorry.
Whenever I get a package of plain M&Ms, I make it my duty
Leah.
to
Leah.
continue the
Does that make
strength
it
and
in?
robustness
Leah!
of the candy as a species.
Leah!
Listen,
Leah!
What?
The way she got hit by that minecart! The way she got hit by that minecart!
I kept getting hit by the minecart.
Okay. Oh, it is like... It is 12. I should probably be going to bed because it's late.
Yeah, I'm heading off too.
I need to go to work.
Jess wants me to read this copy pasta real quick. Let me pull it
Okay.
up.
okay. I mean, I found one that isn't dirty, but we can read that one instead.
Okay. I love Mega Man. I mean, who doesn't? It's a great and challenging game and has an awesome story, but anyways, I recently discovered Mega Maker. And it's pretty much a mix between Mega Man and Super Mario Maker. And it's freaking awesome. So I was having tons of fun placing down stuff. I even made a Kaizo level. But after about a week of messing around, things started to get strange. I noticed a new feature in the latest changelog. Added Protoman. Pronto Man? Who is Pronto? Okay, I can't do it. Who is Pronto Man? I assumed the misspelled name, Proto Man, because, well, everyone makes mistakes, so it's not an unlikely choice. Moving on, I went to the editor and opened the boss category and went through each page, and when it should have went to page 1, it didn't. Instead, the game crashed. I don't quite remember what the error said, but it contained the name Pronto Man. Pronto Man, again, weird. I tried to start the game again, but nothing happened. It didn't even appear in Task Manager. After trying about 10 times, it started again, but it didn't go into the title screen. Instead, a small alert box popped up saying, time is too slow for object Pronto Man. Pronto Man, again, what is this Pronto Man? And what is it doing into this lovely game? After I closed the box, the game shut down again. I started it again, and it displayed the loading level box right away. What? Loading level? It loaded, and Mega Man was put into a room with spikes everywhere except the floor. And there was a boss. Huh. That's not a robot master I remember. Could it be Pronto Man? He had 3 health bars. What? What is this madness? He jumped around like Quick Man, but 10 times faster. I managed to take down one of his health bars, and it refilled and took a chunk of the second one. It took forever, but I managed to take it down the second health bar, and then he kills Mega Man by firing a quick laser. I did it all again, dodged the laser. He started firing more lasers. I managed to get him to 1 health bar, 1 shot away, but right before I killed him, he charged straight at Mega Man and killed him in 1 hit. Then a box popped up saying, "You're too slow for Pronto Man," and it's all text message, text speak. As soon as I saw that, I deleted the game from my hard drive for good. Whoever you are, wherever you are, don't. And I repeat, don't get Mega Maker. It looks cool, but it'll quickly turn on you. I like the Nickelodeon one better.
Yeah, I think the Nickelodeon tops them all.
It does. That one.
Yeah. But I did find an M&M one that looks good.
But yeah, I should definitely be going to bed. I have to go to work tomorrow.
I'll save that one for later.
That works.
All right, guys, it was good streaming with you guys again.
It was good.
And
And it's good to be back on streams, guys.
Yes.
Guys, and I'm happy to be back. Be sure to come back on Monday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. We are starting Spyro 2.
Yay!
And we're excited. And I don't know what I'm going to do about Thursday. I might do like a Friday stream or a Wednesday stream. I don't know. I'll let you know on the Monday what I'm going to do. But anyway, Spyro 2, Monday night. Till then, we shall see you guys later.
Yep. See you guys later. Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.